Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel, and as promised, we are kicking off the summer with summer vibes, okay? A classic drink turned cake. Y'all, today we are making a strawberry lemonade cake. Yes, that is right, strawberry lemonade cake. I don't know how this came to me, but I am so glad that it did. This recipe is super easy to follow, and y'all, the flavor that this gave, oh my goodness, like get into the swirl, okay? Because you got lemon, you have strawberry, and then the icing is a nice lemon flavor, and then it's garnished with just fresh strawberries and lemons. Y'all, I am in love. And guess what? We added the crunch from the strawberry crunch cake with a twist. Let's get into it. Okay, so as I stated, this is super simple. Here I have strawberry cake mix and lemon cake mix. So with the cake mix, guys, we are going to follow the instructions on the back of the box to a T. No substitutions. So first we're going to start off with our strawberry cake mix. It does not have to be in any particular order. This is just the cake mix that I chose to start with. So I'm going to add in our eggs, and then all of the things needed for the cake box are listed directly on the back of the box. Gonna follow that with some water, a little bit of vegetable oil, and to enhance the pink color, I'm gonna add in some gel food coloring, pink. Any shade of pink works, or you don't have to, that is super optional. So you're gonna mix until well incorporated, just like so, nice and smooth, and then we're gonna go ahead and put this aside. Now let's get started on our lemon. So we're gonna follow again the instructions on the back of the box, adding our eggs, followed by our water and our vegetable oil. Now I wanted the lemon to really kind of come through because strawberry lemonade is mostly lemonade with a hint of strawberry, so that's what it's given, okay? So add just a little bit, I'll say about a teaspoon of lemon extract, and then you're going to blend that together. I felt like this yellow was bold enough, but if you'd like, you can also add gel food coloring yellow to your lemon cake as well. So I have my 8-inch baking pans that I got from Wilton. I get asked that a lot. Where do I get my pans from? These are Wilton that I get from Joann's, Michael, Walmart, wherever. And I'm just spraying it down with a little bit of Baker's Joy's non-sticking spray. Pam non-sticking spray also works very well. So we're gonna start, and again, this is in no particular order. So I started with the lemon cake on the bottom, and we're gonna layer the cake, okay? So I added lemon cake first, just a little bit to cover the bottom. And next I'm gonna add the strawberry. So what we're gonna do from here on out is rotate our cake flavors. So adding more of the strawberry to that side, and not too much, don't do too much. Then going back in with the lemon. So you're gonna rotate this until done with all of the cake batter. And if you wanna make a taller cake, you can use 6-inch pans and divide it up that way as well. Okay, so now that we're done with that, this is a candy apple stick. If you have a long toothpick, that works too, but you're gonna swirl. Now you wanna be careful not to over mix the batter while swirling, because you wanna make sure that you still get a taste of both of the respected cake mixes, okay? So I don't want everything to taste the same. I want a balance between the strawberry cake and the lemonade, the lemon cake, so that way it really gives strawberry lemonade. So I am done swirling, and I am going to put these in the oven on 350 until I can insert a toothpick and it is clean. And just like that, our cakes are done. Y'all get into the design already. It don't look like nothing now, but baby, wait till we cut into the cake, okay? So I am going to actually wrap these in saran wrap and stick them in the freezer overnight. And that way our cake is very manageable to work with. So it's the next day, and we're gonna get started on our crumble. Now, if you followed my strawberry shortcake recipe, this looks very familiar. So I have strawberry jello mix, and then I also have lemon pudding. So you're gonna pour each of them into their own separate bowls. And then you're gonna go in with a half of cup of all-purpose flour. So you'll need a cup in total, but you're gonna divide it amongst the two bowls. So half a cup for each flavor. And then you're gonna go ahead and give that a quick mix because it'll be easier to kind of mix all in together once we add our butter. So you need a full stick of butter, and then you're gonna add half of the butter to each. And then we're just gonna go in. Now it's best honestly to use a fork. I started off with a spoon here and ended up using a fork because it was just taking too long to come together. So I went ahead and finished that off camera, but please use a fork and a plastic one if you have. That'll make your life so much more simple. But you just wanna get this well incorporated until it resembles sand, just like so. And as you can see, I switched over to the fork, and then this is what it's looking like. So the strawberry is done, and so is our lemon over there, and it needs to resemble sand. And you want to make sure that the butter got well incorporated. So I'm going to take a cookie sheet, and then we're going to lay down some parchment paper. And this is just so that our crumble doesn't burn, and it also makes for an easier cleanup. Going to dump the strawberry and then the lemon right on top. And then you want to give it a quick mix, not too much, don't do too much. Just a little quick mix and kind of spread it out and make sure that it's all even on the pan so that way it cooks evenly, just like so. And then once that is done, you're going to stick it in the oven for 5 minutes on 350. So while that's going, we're going to start on our buttercream. I've made buttercream plenty of times on this channel, but I'm gonna walk you guys through it. So you need 4 sticks of unsalted butter, and you're literally gonna cream that for 5 to 7 minutes until it gets light and fluffy, just like so. And there's a noticeable difference. It has even changed color as well as texture. So you're gonna let that, guys, be patient with your buttercream. That's why y'all buttercream be lumpy and just, it's not cute, okay? So once your butter is ready, you're gonna pour in about half of your sugar. Now I don't sift my sugar. To me, it's not that deep. So I pour in half to start with, and then I go ahead and let that get nice and incorporated before adding in my other half. So once that comes together very nicely, I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of lemon extract because we really want that lemon flavor to pop with every bite of our cake. So go ahead and add 2 full tablespoons of lemon extract before adding the remainder of your sugar. So this is also the step where people kind of get a little bit flustered and because it starts to kind of come together like dough. So what I'd like to do is add a little under 1/4 cup of either heavy whipping cream or milk, or you could even use coffee creamer if you're making like another flavor, or vanilla coffee creamer is also good. And that will help with smoothing out your frosting and giving it a nice clean finish. So I decided to make this cake pink so that the lemon on it really pops. So I just added a little 2 different shades of pink to kind of give it the pink that I was looking for. And if you cut the speed up on high, it mixes it very well. I will recommend once done and you scrape down your paddle attachment to go ahead and scrape down the sides of your bowl just to make sure that all of that color is nice and incorporated. So I got our cakes out of the freezer, and as you can see, I saran wrapped it and just stuck it right in there, straight into the pan. And we're gonna start building our cake. So I have a cake board here, and I'm just gonna lay down just a little bit of buttercream so that the cake sticks to the board. And we're gonna go in with our first layer of cake and make sure that's nice and centered so that it doesn't look ocky on the board. So in a piping bag, I have our buttercream, and I'm just gonna do a generous little layer in the middle. I didn't want to do too much. And then we're gonna go ahead and make sure that that is nice and leveled so that the structure of our cake is not compromised. Guys, this does not have to be perfect. Just make sure it is as flat as possible so that you don't have any mishaps. So I'm gonna go in and add our last layer, and then I'm gonna take our piping bag and kind of pipe in icing in the missing gaps. of our cake. As you can see, it's not perfect. It will come together. So we're going to, I tried to do the skipping of the crumb coat method, and that worked out okay. So if you don't feel comfortable not crumb coating your cake, then that's perfectly fine. So I just put a really generous amount of icing on top, and then I worked my way around the cake. I saw this on another YouTube channel where they skipped the crumb coat, and then this cake was for my household, so it really didn't make a difference. It didn't have to be perfect. So you just want to apply a very generous amount of buttercream all around your cake before going in with your bench scraper and trying to get it as smooth as possible. And make sure to go back. You see on the very bottom, I had a lot of air and space to fill in with buttercream there. So you just want to double check and go around the entire cake and make sure that none of your cake is showing through the icing. So I start off by scraping the edges of the cake in first. And we're going to get that nice and smooth, nice and leveled. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, guys. Have fun with this. Everything is not perfection, and that's okay. Just get it, the best that you can. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to go in with my handy dandy bench scraper, and I also got that from Wilton. And we're going to slowly work our way around and smooth out those sides. And this takes forever, I know, but you don't have to be super anal about it. I prefer to have mine as smooth as possible. So a tip, you can warm your bench scraper under some hot water, and then once you go in and scrape it, it'll come out. So I'm just doing a quick little piping around the cake. As you can see, my smoothness is not perfect, but it will do. So a nice little border around the bottom of the cake, and that was that quick. And then I'm going to add in some nice swirls at the top. Now, normally I would kind of place them a little more closely together and a lot more higher. But because we're going to garnish with fresh fruit, I wanted to leave room for the fruit to be able to lie in between. So I didn't do too much. So I didn't use much of the crumble, so I'm going to go ahead and add some crumble to the top and also to the side. I didn't want to do too much with the crumble. Now that is totally up to you. If you want to add the crumble inside the cake after the icing, that's perfectly fine. If you want to coat the entire outside of the cake with the crumble, that is totally fine. And that also brings a lot of lemon out with the lemon pudding that we use. The crumble was really good, guys. Like a great balance of both the strawberry and the lemon. So I went ahead and start dipping fresh strawberries in strawberry glaze, and I'll show you shortly the brand of, there it is, the brand of the strawberry glaze that I use. And as you can see, I just do a quick dip, and this just helps it, give it a nice, more polished and smooth finish. And then I added it in between all of our little swirls, and then I also cut a nice size fresh lemon, and we're gonna add that in as well. And you guys can be creative if you want to use lemon Oreos instead, or if you want to add lemons to the bottom of the cake. It's your cake, it's your prerogative, whatever you want to do. This is just the direction that I went to, kind of winging it, but it came out really cute. And just like that, our strawberry lemonade cake is complete. I was in awe with the outside. It's so pretty, and it's giving summer vibes, very refreshing vibes. And I was just so happy with how the cake came out, and I am more excited to cut into it and show you guys what the inside of the cake is giving, because the outside is giving everything that it is supposed to give. So let's cut into the inside so you guys can see. So keep in mind when you do freeze your cakes to kind of let it sit for a while so that it's not as hard to cut. I didn't want to wait, but yeah, I was still able to cut. Y'all, it's giving swirls. Yes, strawberry lemonade. Ooh, it's so good. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait to hear how y'all love this recipe. And again, it is so simple and very easy to follow. So please leave down in the comment section if you do recreate this. Tag me. I will leave my Instagram below. And once again, I want to appreciate all your love and continuous support. I really love y'all, and this would not be possible for y'all. So happy summer. The summer has started and we are coming with the vibes. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next recipe.